time for baseball on MLB Network. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Garrett Richards gets the starting nod for the Halos. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, I'm a big fan of Garrett Richards. This guy's stuff is unbelievable. 95 to 97 miles an hour with sink, and sometimes that fastball he throws, it has a mind of its own. Sometimes it sinks, sometimes it cuts. Good, hard, vicious breaking slider, and his changeup has gotten better. The key to Garrett Richards is staying healthy, and if he's healthy and brings his A game, he has the potential to throw a no-hitter every time he takes the bump.
And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. His past history with Richards, 2 hits in 7 tries. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. Richards has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Matty, you focus on this lineup, the middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters. The guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Top of the first, just underway here at Angel Stadium. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. Luis Severino gets the ball for the Yankees in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Thanks, Matty. Luis Severino, big arm. 97 to 100 miles an hour. Bounce between the rotation and the bullpen. Good hard slider. His changeup's getting better. The true definition of an ace.
Into the box now, Zach Cozart. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Zach Cozart.
Here comes the first pitch. Dribbled up the line. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang play at first. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's wide, 2-0. Now the 2-0. Is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Ball even at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. And now for the Angels, Justin Upton. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. First offering on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
2 out, nobody on. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Shortstop.
Foul landed in on the fists. 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. Gregorius is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0. You'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Batting 6, the first baseman, number 33.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. 2 of the game's best, 2 of the hardest throwers competing at the top of their game. Dan, you have to...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that... Here's Albert now. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's a .333 hitter.
Albert. Hoo-ho!
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Missed with a slider.
2-1.
The 2-1 home is taken for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
He stays alive, still 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Hit back up the middle. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Into the box, Andrelton Simmons. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set, and the pitch. And that one just missed outside. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Here it comes on 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. Pujols, base runner at first with one out. Check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. He'll throw back to second to get the out, and that's going to be all they get. Boy, a risky play there, but it pays off.
Batting seventh, third baseman.
Here's Luis Valbuena now. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's 1 for 3. First offering on its way. Off is Simmons. That's a strike to throw down. And he is out at second. Now the beauty of the Southern California coast. Thanks for being with us for daytime baseball on MLB Network from the Big A. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. The next 0-2. Misses. That's ball one.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
And he's going to start this inning out the same way he started the previous two. 7 consecutive strikeouts. My word. One away.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Hit on the ground to short. Simmons has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Here's Neil Walker. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. At the plate, Luis Valbuena, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Third baseman, Luis.
First offering on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. And this will be fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's Jeffrey Marte now.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Walker has it, and quickly there are 2 away.
Batting ninth.
Now to the plate, Martin Maldonado. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Maldonado playing here in his age 31 season. He was selected in the 27th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Angels are gone in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Here's Brett Gardner now. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
How about it? Right fielder.
Digging in to try it again. Aaron Judge looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Giancarlo Stanton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Behind 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Didi Gregorius. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. No balls and 1 strike. Yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. The Yanks leave 1. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And Cozart even in the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Soft liner to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Now here's the pitch. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Riding in once again, Justin Upton was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a ball 1-0. Upton, or simply J-Up, he was a first-round pick back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The 1-1 home. Taken, strike 2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. Check swing grounder to the right side. Taken by Walker. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Next for New York, Gary Sanchez. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1. So earlier in the broadcast, we mentioned that we might be seeing a pitcher's duel today, and these two guys have certainly delivered on that promise.
You know, Matt, sometimes it's really hard to put a finger on why a guy pitches well and why a guy is having a very difficult time. So far, he hasn't had a very good season, but you know this, when you have the stuff that this guy has, he's 1 out, 1 inning, 1 pitch away from turning things back around, and he's pitching more now like the guy we thought he was going to be.
Number 17.
0-2, here it comes. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Grounded back up the middle. Taken in by Simmons. On to first, and it's dropped. It'll stay right there, though, so there will be no advance.
Wow, as we watch this, I have to just shake my head. Looks like a good throw, but the first baseman just drops it. I guess that big glove isn't big enough, huh?
No balls and a strike to count. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Here it comes on 0-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Bird leads off first with 1 away. Again, he sends it out of play. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Up next for the Yankees.
High fastball is in there.
Baseman, Brandon Drury.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
That wasn't a terrible
swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So now the Angels cleanup batter, Albert Pujols, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. Swinging a soft liner, but no problem at first, and that's the first out.
Right fielder number
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cole Calhoun. First time up, he went down looking. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. The bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. In now is Andrelton Simmons, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that Digging in, the switch hitter, Neil Walker, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 0-1 the count. Hard hit ball to short. Simmons is there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batting.
So one gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in Brett Gardner. Popped him up. Maldonado is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Fouled away. Back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Giancarlo Stanton will get a chance in the inning following the base hit.
Hey, after starting the game 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs, that single had to feel good right there. Nice piece of hit.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And digging in to try it again, Luis Valbuena. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Luis Valbuena.
In there for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Next up, the two-way Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. He's getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the sixth. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. No runs, just one hit, one error for the Angels so far. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another chance? Martin Maldonado. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 1-1 home. Is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game in the inning. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Behind 0-2 now. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Digging in once again, Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Popped high in the air. Number 17 has a play. 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 33.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. 1-0 the count. That's wide, 2-0.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. 16 for the ball game, and the inning is over. Here's the shortstop, Zach Kozar. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Strike two. Oh, and 2, here it comes. Drilled right back up the middle. Walker ranging to his right. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Center fielder.
So 1 away now for the Angels in the 7th. And standing in, the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. No balls and 1 strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Fielded cleanly by Walker. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder,
Here's Justin Upton now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch on its way to Upton. And a fastball just a bit high. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends. Striding in once again, Aaron Hicks. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 0-2 once more. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Brandon Drury will bat next. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Popped him up. Valbuena is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for the
First pitch of the at-bat.
Second baseman, Neil
And it's
Walker.
fouled away. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Hey, that's another nice 2-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
And another foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that finds its way through for a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
He swings and pops it high toward the left side of the infield. And nothing will come of the 2-out double. Ronald Torreyes will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number
Here's
74.
Albert now, and he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
Back up the middle, and that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now.
As he hits one on a line to left field.
And he stretches out in left, but this is off his glove. Throw won't get him.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board.
Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Stepping in now, Andrelton Simmons. And he'll take a look at ball 1. Sacrifice attempt here. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
Now batting.
Here's Luis Valbuena now. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. From the belt, the pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And there are 2 away now. And now for the Angels, Shohei Ohtani. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that. Digging in and looking for more, Aaron Judge. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. Giancarlo Stanton now, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. 1-2 now, as that's in there at the knees.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Calhoun has to come in from the next area code to put this one away. Wow.
Now batting. Shortstop.
Richard steps into his windup. First pitch on the way. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Chad Green comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Number 57.
Ready for another shot now, Martin Maldonado. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Shot toward right center. And it's a base hit, so there you go. The potential winning run aboard to start off the home half of the ninth. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. Here's the shortstop, Zach Kozar. The winning run is at first base.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. Interesting here, this is where you play a little bit of manager. It's an AL game. Let's see if he employs a little National League style. Maybe ask the guy to bunt and move the runner up right here. I don't think so, though. American League, it's nasty. You're trying to drive something in a gap or over a wall.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. That misses, 1-2.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. stepping in and ready for another shot, Mike Trout. Got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Oh, and a half swing there on a pitch out of the zone. Indeed, it's strike two. Green, a native of South Carolina. He was selected in the 11th round back in the draft of 2013.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Ready with another two-strike offering. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.